Do you want a Yahoo?
Yeah, happily. Thank you.
Here's one that's sent in by Emma Kant. Thank you, Emma. It's Yahoo Answers user. Well, they're anonymous, but I'm going to call them Boba. Asks, why don't we eat fruit hot and microwaved?
Thank you.
I feel like this might be good. Hot strawberries, grapes, watermelon, pears. We eat spaghetti and Pizza Hut, so why not fruit?
Okay, we can play in this space, but you can grill watermelon and eat it. People do that. So I will remove watermelon from the metaphorical plate, and we won't discuss watermelon.
Well, I mean, you could do a fancy preparation of any of these fruits, right? Yes. I don't think this question is saying it's impossible to eat these fruits hot and microwaved. The verb microwaved in there, I think, sets the tone of the question. Of course, you can go to a fancy cuisine restaurant, and they'll, put some strawberries on some, fancy ravioli, whatever the fuck, and cook them up hot, yum. But they're talking about just cash. You pull some grapes out of the freezer, and instead of just popping those little purple candies in your mouth, you change the heat of them a little bit. You get them hot. You get them hot or warm with the microwave.
Having to say to another human being the sentence like, oh, don't eat those grapes yet. They need time to cool. It would make me feel like the weirdest pervert in history.
Yeah, sure. Gonna burn your tongue on that sizzling strawberry. Get the fuck out of the house.
No, hey, blow on that strawberry. It's not ready yet.
No way. Gots to go. Hey, also, if you put grapes in a microwave, I'm pretty sure it makes it explode like a little explosion.
I think they all do, Griffin. I'm thinking about all of the fruits you mentioned, the strawberry, the grape, the watermelon. I'm pretty sure we're talking about just a microwave mess.
Oh, all the watermelon, I bet, would make a big accident in the microwave.
If you could get a hole in there, oh, Boise.
That's a bad day.
You got to get out of the house at that point. You're going to just destroy the whole place.
But here's the thing, though. You do eat spaghetti and Pizza Hut.
That's true.
That's a great point, Griff.
Very salient. What if we put strawberries on pizza?
No, stop it. Why don't we eat that?
We put pineapple on pizza.
Let's answer the core question first. Why don't we eat fruit hot and microwaved?
Because we're afraid.
But we do. What about cobblers? That's full of hot fruit.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
I'm gonna come through this mic. I'm gonna come through your sound interface, and I'm gonna start striking you. I wouldn't do that to you. You're my brothers, and I love you more than anything. We're not talking about highfalutin preparations. I take grapes out of the fridge, and instead of just popping them in cold at a picnic, I get them hot in the microwave first, and now I'm eating grapes, baby. I'm not talking about cooking the grapes. I'm talking about getting the grapes hot, baby. Okay?
You have to do.
I'm not talking about cooked cobblers. I'm talking about hot.
Cooking them and getting them hot.
Yeah.
No, Justin.
No,
you're using fancy words like cook. Griffin's saying microwaving them.
What's the difference between cooking them and getting them hot? I have to know.
It's because it's okay, I'll tell you. You got leftover fried chicken, right? And you can either eat that hot or you can eat that cold. When you put it in the microwave, you don't say you're cooking fried chicken. You're getting it hot. The grapes
you're heating it. You're heating it.
You're on the fucking wrong. You're laughing at me. You're on the wrong fucking side of history right now, and our listeners are going to let you know that.
Nobody would say, Justin, what about this sentence? Don't eat those grapes. They're raw. That's nothing.
That's nothing.
Oh, that's a raw strawberry. You eat that, you're going to get tummy rot. No.
So if you dump a couple packets of oatmeal into a bowl and he'll put some water in there and then microwave it, do you say that you are cooking oatmeal?
No, you're heating up the oatmeal.
You're preparing it.
Preparing it. That seems like a middle ground.
You mixed ingredients there.
Okay,
so that is cooking.
This is the fucking Justin's so far outside of the space that Travis and I have 1.5 bouncy castles because Justin's abandoned his and we're taking turns sharing it. And that's fine, Justin. So let's just dial into this. Why don't we cook grapes in the microwave and eat them? You fucking fascist. If that's really what grapes? If that's really what you want to limit the discourse down to, that's fine. Why don't we cook and eat grapes after putting them in the microwave first?
Okay. Why don't we microwave steak? Why don't we microwave
Justin,
bread?
We do.
It's nonsense.
If I have a steak that I have some leftover sirloin from the night before, I would pop that into the microwave and heat it up a little bit if I would just want to gnaw it, maybe a late night snack. Upstate.
Is that for when you transform into a living dog?
Yeah.
And you have something to nosh on in your bowl?
Of course.
Like what?
Hey,
That's not food a human would eat.
For real, do you all see that in cartoons where they give a dog a big raw piece of meat and you're like, nah. That's probably not good, right?
Now, cook that.
Nah, it can't be
Why
good.
don't you like your dog? Or they give him like a whole chicken to eat or some shit? Don't do that.
Or like Fred Flintstone's about to eat just like a big raw like leg of a dinosaur, bud.
I always felt that was the weirdest part in the Flintstones cartoon when Fred Flintstone would chase after like a brontosaurus and catch it and just tear into its raw
start
flesh.
getting its legs, yeah. So Justin, why don't we eat hot grapes though?
If you put a bunch of fruit
Yes.
in the microwave in a cup, okay, and then put some yogurt and granola on top.
Fuck.
Oh, you got a nice little breakfast going.
Are you saying hot berries?
That recipe was in the Washington Post. This is not hiding. This is right there out in front of us.
You're saying put some hot berries in my parfait?
Saying hot berries.
How many? Hey, Justin,
Yeah.
you've been around this block for a while, and I know that.
Hot berry block?
No, stop it. Listen, let me play. Let me play at you. If you're not gonna play with me, let me play at you. You've eaten grapes, yes?
Yeah, bud.
I would say throughout the fullness of time of your life, you've probably eaten a lot of grapes. Not, maybe not the average, maybe not more than the average,
Not an
maybe less
obscene
than that.
amount?
No.
But-
I would say right down the fucking middle.
Right down the fucking middle. And what's the process? Go ahead, paint me a little word picture of you sitting in the living room. You decide you want some grapes, and then just sort of walk me through the whole process up to you chewing and swallowing the grapes. So go ahead. with the
Okay,
process.
so I would.
And hey, don't play with funny times because it's me playing at you. You get to be Mr. Serious fucking Ben Stein over there, but I'm gonna be like having fun. So
I would
jokes.
I would go to the refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
I would take out. I'm sorry, I said refrigerator. I would go to the refrigerator. I would take out a bag with grapes.
Okay.
And then I would get a bowl and I would pull a bunch of the grapes off the stem.
Mm-hmm.
I would give them kind of a rinsey rinse.
Got to.
Gotta do that. And then I would just proceed to chomping.
Now,
Okay, so
Justin,
that's
let me
the-
ask you, I do have an important
Wait.
qualifier there just before Griffin jumps in with his point. When you rinse them, cold water or hot water?
Cold water.
Okay.
Okay,
Perfect.
I'm glad that you've filled that out for me, Trav. And then Justin, so you've done this quite a few times, yes, you would say?
Just the regular amount.
And you tell me now how many outlier times you have done it where you then take the grapes and you put them in the microwave before eating them, please now tell me, yes? How many times, a number, exact estimation, whatever you can get it to, please, thank you.
You're probably none.
And so I guess my follow-up question to that would be, why?
Justify yourself, Justin.
Well, I mean,
The floor is yours.
was the question about grapes?
Why?
Or was it about fruit?
No, you have made it about grapes.
By your actions, it is now about grapes. And Justin, I would take it even further and say that none of those times when you have consumed grapes did you even ever think you weren't making the choice not to put it in the microwave. I don't even think the microwave even ever occurred to you because you're scared.
I just didn't. I like them cold.
Why?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Where I'm at is I like them cold.
Well, I like Diet Pepsi, but I drink other stuff too. So I guess if you're just not, this is the worst we've ever done on a question because from the moment it was introduced into our lives, Justin wanted to throw it right out into the river.
Justin, who's the coolest celebrity in your estimation?
coolest, probably Jeff Goldblum.
Okay, if Jeff Goldblum took to Instagram and did like a live thing on Instagram where he, like, as he was answering questions, nonchalantly microwaved some grapes and started eating them,
Didn't make a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal. The stream wasn't about that. It was just a thing he was doing as he answered questions. Do you think it would take off?
Maybe.
All right. I'm pretty sure these things are bad for your microwave, folks. Don't do this as a joke for home. Pretty sure.
But if you have done it before,
Yeah.
do tweet at Justin McElroy.
about the hot grapes, boy, I bet a hot grape though. If you want to talk about a dangerous food to eat, because you have no
yeah.
idea what the temperature
No
of the
idea how
juices are
hot
going to
it
be in
is.
there,
And it's
Yeah.
just a little like hot water balloon. Like it's all it is hot water inside of it that's going to burn
Yeah.
your mouth real bad.
Sure.
Just full of hot water. How about another question?
Okay.